Hello and welcome to Abundantly Minimal. My name is Sarah, and in today's video I'll be showing you some of the things that I am decluttering. Now this used to be a pretty regular installment on my channel. I would do these monthly and then eventually switch to seasonally, and the truth is these days there's just really not much to declutter at all. While I don't think the decluttering process is ever completely done, just because your opinion continues to change and there still are new things that come into your life at certain times, we really have nearly let go of anything that is not providing value. So definitely not a lot of things. The last time we did a larger decluttering round was at least maybe 3 or 4 months ago, maybe longer. But regardless, today's video I'm going to show you what I'm getting rid of and walk you through the process of why, with hopes that maybe you can apply some of these things to your own decluttering and maybe apply the same logic to things that you have been on the fence about so you can actually let them go and enjoy the benefits of minimalism. First up, I'm getting rid of this pair of shoes. Now, I will start by saying this is not my typical style of shoes. Now, the story behind these is that we went to 3 weddings this summer, and before that, we had not gone to a wedding for 2 years. So the dress and shoes that I previously wore, I did not still have. My go-to dress that I wore to weddings ended up being too big after I lost a lot of weight. And to be honest, I don't remember what the shoes were at this time, but they weren't valuable to me. For this summer, I did have to purchase a dress and shoes because I did not have anything that would work. With that in mind, I purchased a dress that I loved and will continue wearing it, but I had a hard time finding shoes that would work. I do always value purchasing things secondhand when possible, just because the fashion industry is incredibly wasteful. If you'd like to learn more about that, I would highly recommend the documentary True Cost. But because of that, it's important to me to use it only as a last resort or purchasing only from sustainable companies. I ended up going to 4 different secondhand stores until I found these. Now, I do honestly love wedges for shoes. I just don't wear them because I'm clumsy, and it's not good to be in a heel for me because I'm clumsy, as well as I just don't think they're the most comfortable. So I enjoyed wearing these for the 3 weddings, but we have 3 weddings next summer, and I hope to be pregnant at that point, and will definitely not be wearing these kind of shoes. Because of that, these definitely make sense to let go of. Now, these shoes were $5 when I purchased them secondhand, so I feel like I got my money's worth for the 3 events. I'm very excited to be recycling this notebook. Sometimes we can collect too many notebooks and not actually use them, but I literally have gone through every single page of this notebook. And the thing I was using it most recently for, this was my progress tracker. I know the sheet just looks all green, but I had 7 columns here. I very recently launched my course Conventional to Intentional just a couple days ago. And it's a 30-day course designed to help you live more intentionally. And each day I would write an audio guide. I would record it, I would find the clips that I would use for the video, I would edit the video, I would design and create an image for it, I created the worksheet for it, and then I uploaded it all to the course platform. So it has been a labor of love the last couple months. So this is what I was using it most recently for. I had finished the last pages of the notebook and was still like shading, and each little box represented a different part of it for the course. But now that this is done, I can recycle the notebook because I have pulled out anything else that's valuable, and I don't need to go back and look at my old to-do lists and all of that. So I'll be letting this go. If you are interested in learning more about the course, I will link the info page and the video where I talked about it in the description below, because there is a special pre-launch offer until Friday this week. I do have 2 books I'm getting rid of. In addition to running Abundantly Minimal, I also do curriculum development. And with that, I'm designing lesson plans predominantly for middle school social studies teachers. And teachers have a tendency to hold on to a lot of extra things like books, and I realized that I do not actually need these books for curriculum development. I haven't actually read these. This is Thomas Paine's Common Sense, which definitely an iconic classic that I probably would enjoy reading, but the honest truth is that I don't plan on creating much curriculum specifically for this, and it's probably not the best use of my time to read 128 pages. Hopefully there is someone who would be more interested in reading this, so I personally know that will not be me. And then this is a Rome travel guide. Now, this was purchased secondhand, I believe, or maybe just somehow accumulated over the course of teaching. I will be creating ancient Rome curriculum later on in the year, And I just think, again, there's so much detail in here, so much information, more depth than I would need to create resources about ancient Rome. As well as a lot of the stuff like in travel books. These days, since we have such a digital world, travel books aren't necessarily as valuable as they used to be. Of course, some people might still prefer using them, but most of the information here that if I was looking for, I'd be able to find thanks to all the great travel blogs and that sort of thing that's out there. And I've been to Rome twice and loved it, and actually didn't even use this book for either of those trips. But I don't think this really aligns to the purpose of the curriculum development anymore, so I'm going to be donating this as well. Next up, I've got a lot of these paint sample cans. Many of them were ours when we moved into our condo about a year ago, and others were here from beforehand. And I think paint samples are something that just kind of hang around, but are they actually still necessary? And probably not. The reason I kind of was going through some of this is that over the last couple weeks, I just redid our laundry room. As I was doing that, I was cleaning out the cabinets that are above our washer and dryer and saw these in there, and really there's no need for us to keep these. So we'll be able to let them dry out and dispose of them. If you are interested in seeing the laundry room makeover, I actually put a video up on my vlog channel, which I post on about once or twice a month. I will link that in the description field of the video if you're interested as well to see the before and after and all the different steps that I did to it. So going to be getting rid of these paints. Also related to the work I did in the laundry room makeover, these are the old cabinet hooks. There's technically nothing wrong with these, but they just looked a lot older and a different style than what we wanted. We were able to get some really nice shiny silver ones to replace it, since I had gone through and gave the cabinets a much needed fresh coat of some white paint. So these didn't really look as good anymore, so we are donating these. I just have the set of 4 with all the related screws that someone would need, so we're letting those go. These are also all of the old plates that were on the walls. These are like that tan color, but we prefer things to be white. We ended up painting the room a light gray. So this kind of matched more with the old wallpaper that had been in there from when we purchased it, but it definitely did not look good with our gray. So we did update those. So I've got these plates here with all of the screws that they came with as well, in case someone could use that for their home projects. And the last item here, just to preface it before I get in, Jake and I do really enjoy making donations to different charities when we're able. And because of that, fortunately or unfortunately, I guess depending on the organization and what it is, we get mail from these different organizations and related charities that they might work with. And sometimes they send you like free cards, free calendars, free mailing address labels. And so some of those items we have actually used, but sometimes they send you free stuff that you don't really want and you don't even know why you got on the list. One of those, Doctors Without Borders, they've sent this a reusable bag to us before. They sent another one and we really just don't need it, as well as it's not super useful. It doesn't hold as much as our actual reusable bags that we use regularly. So we're going to donate this. In the past, they have sent some free maps, which from a teacher perspective, I was very grateful for. I used them in my classroom, but for something like this, we really just don't need it. So we will be letting this go, but in case you are getting any free items that aren't useful to you, and if you can reach out to try to get yourself off the mailing list for some of these, I really should do that now that I've received 2 of these over the past year. That can be a really great strategy, because if you're not planning on donating to the certain charity, or you're going to make the decision to donate or not, depending on not what they send you, but just because you want to, this stuff's just a waste of money that they could be putting towards the organization itself and doing the good work that they're doing. This is something we're going to be donating as well. I might even donate the other items in this bag. So that wraps up this video of some items I am decluttering. It definitely is very fun to do these. Like I said before, though, I just don't really have too much more to physically declutter at this point, just thanks to a minimalist lifestyle. I will leave some relevant videos that you might also enjoy here, and feel free to check out the links that I mentioned in the description field below. We'll see you next time. Bye.